What's up, YouTube peeps and barbecue freaks? Thank you guys for stopping by today. Today, we are actually going to cook something that I've never cooked before. And as you can tell by the title, well, you can figure it out. Today, I was at my grocery store and I was actually going to pick up some steaks when I ran across this bad boy right here. Some tri-tip. This is just a little over 2 pounds. My HEB normally doesn't have it out. When I saw it out there, and it being one of the things that I haven't cooked yet, but have been wanting to cook, it was like a sign from God, and I just had to get it. So we are going to do some tri-tip. Now, I've never done tri-tip before. I've watched multiple videos on how to do it, and there's a number of different ways. The method that I'm going to use is I'm going to do a reverse sear. So we're going to smoke it and get it up to about 110, 115 degrees, and then we're going to move it over onto some grill grates. I might use the grill grates to grill it off, get some grill marks on there, and take it up to about 125, 130, somewhere right in there. And we're going to do this on the Weber Kettle using the slow and sear. Well, I might use the slow and sear, not sure. Anyway, I've got so many rubs to choose from, and I don't know what rub I'm going to use. So I have my island over here just absolutely covered in rubs, and I'm just going to grab one that I think will go work. I know that it's incredible, will be amazing on it. I actually bought a rub specifically for tri-tip, but I also want to use some Montreal steak season. I don't know, you guys. We'll figure it out. Anyway, let's get started. All right, so I have the tri-tip here, and on this back side there is some fat. I did trim. There were some parts that were a little too thick, so I did trim, just a little bit off. I didn't trim that came like that, and there was a little. The fat here is a little thick, so I did take off just a little bit of fat here and a little bit of fat here, and that's it. The rubs that I'm going to use, I've decided to go with this Big Papa Smokers Little Louie's seasoned garlic salt. To my understanding, from a California buddy, this is really good on tri-tip. So we're going to use this as the first layer. And since I'm really in the mood to use some McCormick's Montreal steak seasoning, I'm going to use this as a second layer. So that's what we're going to use to season this tri-tip. I almost said pork roast. So you know what? Let me get one second. Get that here. All right, so I'm going to hit it with some EVO, extra virgin olive oil, as a binder. I've seen people use binders. I've seen people not use binders. So I'm deciding to use them, to use a binder, or I've decided to use a binder. So we come back with this Big Papa Smokers rub, and I'm going to give it a really good coating all the way around. While it's a small piece of meat, it's still a thick piece of meat. So I'm going to kind of treat it like a brisket when it comes to seasoning. Put some on the edge. Next, I'm going to come back with this Montreal steak seasoning. What I like about this, or combining these two, is that first rub is actually like really fine, where the Montreal steak seasoning, if you've ever used it, you'll know that the granules are like really thick, and that's what I like. I like the texture that it offers it. So put that there, get it flipped over. We're going to do the other side and get this side seasoned up. And then we're going to let it set for a little bit and get the Weber fired up. So let me finish getting this seasoned up, and I'll pick back up once I'm done. All right, you guys, this tri-tip is seasoned up to my liking. We're going to let it sit for about 45 minutes or so while we get the Weber Kettle fired up. All right, you guys, I got the Weber Kettle here set up. I'm actually doing this. I'm in my front porch because it is hot as hell outside, you guys. It is I think it's 104 or 105, and my back porch has zero cover, and I am not gonna stand over this grill, you know, in 105 degree heat. So I moved it to the front, a little area up front, and it should work just fine. So I've got a little bit of older charcoal left down in there. I've got a chimney full here that we're gonna light up. We'll dump it in. We're gonna throw some pecan in there, and we're gonna have a 2-zone cooking area. We'll have a hot cooking zone and a cool cooking zone, and do indirect cooking for the first, I don't know, however long it takes to reach about 110, 115 degrees. And then, you know, I've got my grill grates here that I'll spread out the coals, put the grill grate on top, and then just give it some sear marks. So we're gonna let this come up or get going. We'll dump it in. I'll get the wood on. We'll get the pit up to temp. I'm gonna try to keep it around 250, 275. We'll see. And we'll get the tri-tip on. All right, you guys, I got the tri-tip on. I got my Maverick in here just so I can read the internal temperature here on the right side. I've got some pecan for the wood. We're gonna get the lid on, and we're just gonna let it cook. This was sitting at right at about 300. The pit was the Weber Kettle. So I've got the vents opposite of the heat right over the meat, so that way the smoke will get pulled right over the meat and out the top. So what that means is this is actually going to read really higher, so I'm not going to go by that. We're just going to watch the internal temperature here on the Maverick. On the right side, 63 degrees right now, and once it gets to about 110, 115, we'll pull it off, rearrange things, get the grill grate on, and sear it off. All right, you guys, this tri-tip has been going for about an hour. This is what it looks like. We're sitting at an internal temperature of 105 degrees. And I said I want to let it go to 105, or I'm sorry, 110 to 115. But I think I'm gonna let it go to about 120 to 125. And then we'll grill it off. The final temp that I want this tri-tip to be at is about 140 to maybe 145. So we're gonna let it go just a little bit longer than I originally was planning on letting it go. Again, first time cooking it, kind of figuring it out as I go. So this is what it looks like an hour in. Get the lid back on and let it finish cooking. All right, you guys, this grill grate is hot. Got the charcoals underneath. I'm gonna take this tri-tip, and we're gonna just place it right over there, or right on top of the grill grate here. We'll let it go for about a minute and a half, and then I'm gonna turn it a little bit the other way just to get some grill marks. And so I'll go 1 minute and a half on this side, and then I'm gonna rotate it a little bit and go another minute and a half. So 3.5 minutes on each side. I'll pull it off, we'll let it rest, and we'll see how this turns out. All right, so here's the tri-tip going. And look, you guys, I'm shooting a video here. I've got, look who's on here. This is the hot seat fellows. You got CJ,
what's up, guys?
Paul Q, where CJ went, and Daddy Dutch, CJ went live a whole lot earlier than expected. I was trying to get this bad boy done before this started so I can sit back and relax. It's all good, brother. It's all good. So, all right, you guys.
Are you doing
The tri-tip is done. We're gonna cover with a little bit of foil, let it set. I still got these guys in the background that I'm hanging out with. You guys are gonna be in my video, just so you know.
Subscribe to Cooking with CJ.
That's right, Cooking with CJ, Daddy Dutch, and Paul Q. So I got these guys going on my iPad. I'm shooting my video for my tri-tip here. This has reached about 145 degrees. So I'm gonna cover it with some foil, and then we'll cut into it in just a bit. All right, the tri-tip has been resting for about 15-20 minutes. And we're gonna go ahead and cut into this. Now, I do notice the grains on this side. I'm gonna have to cut this way on this tri-tip. But once we get about a little bit more than halfway, I'm gonna have to cut it off here and then cut the grains, or cut against the grain this way. The tri-tip, you know, the grains run 2 different ways. So, you know what, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just cut I don't know if I want to cut it in half or just start cutting here and see what it looks like. You know what? Let's start cutting here and see what it looks like. We'll give it a... I'm actually going to turn this around since I'm right-handed, and we're going to see how this looks. This tip is thinner than the rest of the tri-tip, so my guess is that it's going to be a little more cooked than the middle part, but we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. Yes, that panting you hear, you know who it is. The damn dog. This smells really amazing. Let's hope, well, that was a little too thin. Well, let's hope it turns out and tastes as well as it smells. Hey dog, shut up. Go, get out of here. Let's see, so once we get in here, you see we're about a medium on this tri-tip, if you can make that out. So, oh, I'm happy with that. Again, I've never cooked tri-tip before, so I'm not exactly sure, you know, how it's supposed to look, but as long as it tastes great. So I think from here, I'm going to go ahead and turn it and start cutting it sideways. However, I'm not going to cut it all. I'm just going to cut a couple of pieces. Man, look at that. That looks good. A medium. I think that's perfect. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll give it a taste and see what it tastes like. So this is what the tri-tip looks like cut up. Looks good to me. Got a nice bark on it. We'll give it a taste and see what it tastes like. All right, you guys, we have a piece of the tri-tip here. We're gonna give it a taste. Oh, it smells so good. Let's see what it tastes like. It's definitely a mix between like a brisket and a steak. It's really, really good. I think the rubs that I used went well with it. Again, this is the first time I've ever used it, or the first time I've ever cooked it. So, you know, I'm not 100% sure what to expect, but I'm happy with the cook. It tastes really well. It's tender, it's flavorful, and I can only assume that that's the way it's supposed to be. So that's the tri-tip. I'm so glad that I've finally been able to get around to doing it. It's the one meat that I've been wanting to try forever, and I finally got the opportunity to do it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys next time. Take care.